Hey everyone, this is Robert with Exploring the Local Life, and we're going to go take a look at my truck, our truck, Mjolnir, our F250 Super Duty Turbo Diesel. But here we're just going to do a quick walkthrough in some points of good that I like about the truck, things that I found that are great, things that are not so great, and just rock and roll. Let's go.
This episode of Exploring the Local Life is brought to you by RVwithme.com. They connect RVers and landowners. RV owners can enter their desired destination and a list of nearby locations will appear. Landowners or RV park owners can list their sites and have RVers find them. That's RVwithme.com.
Okay, so here we go. This is Mjolnir. It's a 2007 Ford F250 Super Duty. It is a turbo diesel, and right or wrong, it has many detractors and many supporters. Part of the reason was the early 6-liter engines had issues with their head gaskets. Basically, that's shorthand for the engine couldn't keep its top on and it would blow up. Well, it wouldn't blow up, but it would blow its head gaskets, and that would cause problems. Mjolnir is also a long bed. So what does that mean? Do you really need a long bed? No, you don't. I bought Mjolnir because it was available. It had a integrated trailer brake that we'll take a look at here in just a second. But the downside is that it is 2 feet longer than most F250s out there. It's great for carrying cargo, but when it comes down to trying to park or maneuver, or even park into some RV spots, it can be pretty tight. I actually had to have help parking our travel trailer into the site that we're at right now. I've done it before, but it took too long, so I had somebody help me out. Now, Ford, in their infinite wisdom, started to modernize their trucks, I guess, after the Dodge Rams in the 90s. All of a sudden decided to go, hey, let's make trucks something more nice. But some of the things that you get in a truck like this is a nice, comfortable working area, but also has the added advantage that when you're sitting high up, you can actually see pretty well what's around you, and with the mirrors, it's really a helpful thing. One of the main things I wanted to cover while we were in here is the integrated trailer brake. Basically, with some older trucks, if you want to be able to have the trailer help you stop, you need to get an integrated trailer brake, or a trailer brake aftermarket. I didn't want to deal with anything aftermarket, and after some searching in the Florida area and South Georgia, I was able to come across Mjolnir, and she had an integrated trailer brake. That's this doohickey down here. Basically, when you hit your brake pedal and you're attached to the RV, it also activates the trailer brake, and you can set its sensitivity, 10 being the highest, 0 being the lowest. And you can also independently brake the trailer and slow down the entire operation. Well, the truck's yelling that the trailer is disconnected when I did that. Watch. Trailer disconnected. Anyhow, integrated trailer brake, factory, so I didn't have to worry about any shenanigans. Is it installed properly? Is it not installed properly? Another fun thing with the truck is just that it's a diesel. This thing can pull like, oh my god. When you initially open up the Ford manual, or you look at the hitch that's built into the back of the truck, it's a 12,500 pound hitch. So when I looked at RVs and trucks, when Jessica and I looked at them, we saw, okay, great, the Grey Wolf is not even 8,000 pounds at max load if we're not overloading it. But we can even pull 12,500 pounds. And went into the owner's manual. When you go into the owner's manual, you see the ratings. But then you realize there's something off until you read the supplement to the owner's manual, which is a 6-liter manual. And the F250 total combined gross combined vehicular weight rating is actually 22,000 pounds. Now, I do not want to be going down the road weighing 23,000 pounds, excuse me, with a truck and a travel trailer, but just lets you know that you do have quite a lot of options on your side. So we're going to go ahead and crank up the truck. Sorry for the non sequitur, but this is the diesel. Why not? Let's go walkies. There's the beast. Takes up the entire engine bay. There's really nowhere to work in there. Actually, we got a lot done. New alternator that we got on our trip to Colorado. One battery. Two batteries. Crew cab also has a lot of room. We carried the cats, the dog, 2 kids, my wife, myself, all the way down to Colorado and back. We're pretty comfortable. And again, the long bed gives you a lot of options. Here, pitch weights. As I just pointed out, 2 batteries. So if you have a battery issue, it could be a 2 battery issue. Also, diesels tend to cost more in every fashion when it comes down to maintenance. But the trade-off, I think, so long as you stay ahead of the curve and you maintain your truck well, you're going to be able to intercept these things before they become a disaster. I was thinking of how to say it, but I'm not so good at making jokes. But if something's going to break on Mjolnir, get ready to write a $2,500 check. $2,500 bucks, because it seems when something needed fixing, and going into this knowing it was a 2007 model truck, we got a great price for it, but I knew there was going to have to be some maintenance that's going to happen. Didn't know what needed to happen, but we needed to have all the fuel injectors replaced. Well, technically 5 of our fuel injectors had to be replaced. We just went ahead and did them all. Wiring harnesses for those glow plug connectors. We also had to get, at 170,000 miles, some front suspension components needed to get redone. So if you do get a truck, make sure you have a mechanic look after it, but be realizing, you're not going to get something for just a good price. If it's a good price, you're going to have to do repairs as they come up because you have a used truck. But here's the trade-off. The truck can pull like nobody's business. A couple months ago, we were at Salacoa Creek in Gordon County, and to get out of the camp, you had to go up this steep grade. And there's drag marks from the RVs that had to get out of there on the asphalt. So a couple of times I was just sweating it, trying to get out of there. Are we gonna be able to pull it out? Because I think I need to have my rear differential looked at. One of our mechanics said that the rear diff needs looked at. So I thought, we're not gonna make it out of here. But even beyond that, just the pulling power of the truck, it was like nothing. It was like cake. We got out of Salacoa Creek, we went up the grade, and I looked over at Jessica and I just had to laugh because the truck pulled so easily. Another time we were in Columbia, Missouri on our way back, and this isn't cool, this is just funny. We were in Columbia, Missouri. We got off the Google routing, it gave us a silly route, and we were on surface streets, and it was raining. And we had to get in front of the car next to us, and the light turned green, and I just stomped it, and we spun our rear tires. We were actually spinning our tires, and that freaked out the car next to us, and they slowed down, and we were able to pass them, no worries. So now I'm just rambling. Truck pulls fantastically. I really have no worries when I'm going down the road, and the integrated trailer brake is really a useful thing. Now, when I'm totally free and just going down the interstate, let's say it was the truck, myself, and Jessica, you could do literally a 550-mile hop at over 17.5 miles per gallon. That is great for a vehicle that weighs 6,500 pounds all by itself. So great mileage. And then when we hauled back and forth to Colorado with the travel trailer, 11 miles per gallon, which I thought was fantastic. I've heard some reports, and I know motorhomes typically get worse mileage and are going to get worse mileage because of the very nature. It's not a criticism, but I was very pleased with how the truck performed fuel economy wise. So those are just a few things. If you have questions about the 6-liter Ford F250, I'll be able to answer from my knowledge base, which is admittedly small. But yeah, shoot your question. I'll see what I can answer, or I'll refer you to somebody else that I see on the internet, like Power Stroke Help. One last thing that will kill a 6-liter Ford F250 turbo diesel: the exhaust gas recirculation valve, the EGR valve. So many things. The first thing to help with the survivability of your truck is you either have to get the EGR valve regularly serviced or you delete it. And there are delete kits that will remove the exhaust gas recirculation valve. It's an emissions control, but it's an emissions control that can die and kill your engine. So it was very poorly designed by Ford, and most people just, for the longevity of your truck, get rid of it. Thank you very much for your time. Give me a thumbs up. This has been very rushed. I'm doing it on my cell phone. So please be kind. If you like what you see, give us a thumbs up, subscribe.